quick backstory while I have time. Brody's asleep. We are currently at UAB in Birmingham being monitored. So Brody was fine a day ago, completely fine. He has no history. He's a perfectly healthy baby boy. Around 5 o'clock yesterday, Brody started throwing up really, really bad. I tried to wait it out. His dad went to work. I tried to wait it out and thinking it's just something that would pass over because it is a stomach virus. Around 6 o'clock, he started throwing bad, worse than what he was at 5 o'clock. I'm just closely monitoring it every time he threw. Tried to wait it out as much as I can, but 30 minutes, an hour go by, and he's just getting worse. It's getting worse. It's just throw up everywhere at this point. So I'm trying to just go outside to let him get some fresh air. So we go outside, and he's just throwing up. I just let him throw up everywhere. And after an hour or so go by, he finally is going to sleep. So I lay him down, and I'm trying to get the throw up off of me. I was probably going like 5 minutes, and then I go back and check on him, and he is throwing up on himself again. So then I call his dad, and I just let him know, hey, I'm just going to go ahead and go to urgent care before they close because I want to go ahead and make sure that I'm not overlooking anything. I go to the children's urgent care, and they're just monitoring him, just checking him. They're just confirming that it is indeed a stomach bug. They gave him some Zofran, and that is supposed to ease the nausea. After they gave him that medicine, he threw it right up probably 5 minutes later. Being that Brody is so small, they said just give it about 30 minutes and let the medicine work. And after that 30-minute mark, then you time it for an hour. And see if the throwing up persists. If it does, then I need to take him to the ER. So we go home. Hour, 2 hours go by. Brody's knocked out sleep. Everything is good to go. I'm just kind of finicky. I'm not really going to sleep I'm just trying to. As soon as I start to nod off, Brody he's choking. He's choking on his vomit, and I get up, and this time the vomit is not normal. It's like a blue-green. It's like bile. So I say, let's get up. Let's go to the emergency room. I don't care what the doctor said. We're going tonight. We're going because the doctor was telling us to just wait until the following day, and y'all know I be on TikTok too much, and I've seen previous stories of this happening, and it turns out bad. So no, we're going right now, and they're gonna see us. So we go. Thank God we get there, and when we get there, she's still throwing up. Yeah, so we get there, we get to the hospital, and as he just throwing up, and he's still throwing up that same color. So, next thing you know, the doctor says, let's go ahead and run some x-rays on him. They run the x-rays, they go out, the other nurse comes in, and they're about to give him an IV to give him some more fluids, because at this point, he's very dehydrated. But in the midst of them trying to go ahead and give him the IV, the x-ray tech comes back and needs to look at Brody for the second time, and that was alarming because, So we're looking like, what's going on? So then next thing you know, you have more doctors and nurses. They're coming in, and they're like, well, we have good news and we have... The bad news is that Brody either swallowed a quarter or a battery. And I'm like, what? Like, what are you talking about? So long story short, they examine it, and it is indeed a battery, a button battery. That is like something that can be in a watch, a toy. It's very small, but it's also very, very dangerous. Very dangerous. So I've already knew stories about the batteries before I had a child, but I just didn't know the extent of how dangerous it was. So when they said it's a battery, I immediately started panicking. I'm like, oh my God, what, a battery? A battery. So then they go and say that they're a little inexperienced to operate on this type of procedure because of it being a battery. So he would need to be transported to Birmingham. Only problem is that Huntsville had no ambulance to take us to Birmingham. And if Birmingham came and got us, the parents could not ride, and Brody would have to ride by himself. This was going to be via helicopter. It was going to take them 20 minutes to get there, but it was going to take us an hour and 30 minutes to get there. So we're calling family. We're trying to get everything situated so that when Brody gets here, that he does not be here by himself. Long story short, we get to Birmingham. They check him and everything. Everything is going great. It's good. Then we were told previously that after he has the surgery, he will have to be watched for at least a couple of days, a day or two, if the battery did not do any damage. Battery has did damage, and Brody's going to be closely monitored for at least 7 to 10 days. He will have a feeding tube, a breathing tube, and the breathing tube is now stitched to his face.
Oh, shoot. I can do it right here.
This is a lot. I want to give y'all this information so that you all can just take what I have and apply it so that you won't ever have to go through this. We're all new. Never in a million years think that we would have to go through any of this. This is very crazy. Kids are always putting things in their mouths, but they're also, those little batteries, they're in toys. Like, you just got to really pay attention. After he is closely monitored for those 7 to 10 days, he has to still have a feeding tube, and we have to keep coming back to. It's just the whole process. It's very draining. It's very scary. It all happened in the blink of an eye. We're pushing through it. Brody is strong. My baby rolling a helicopter. Okay, listen. He's going through the motions. He's doing what needs to be done. We're just praying for a very speedy recovery. Once again, we do thank you for all the thoughts, the kind is not going noticed. I just figured like this general message will be better than me personally writing back everyone, because it's just a lot. And just pray for our strength and pray for Brody. A very speedy recovery. This is very scary, and God has the last say so, and my baby is not done. He's gonna keep fighting because it's my dog. He ain't started yet. The world ain't experienced my son yet. So just keep praying for us, and thank you. Thank y'all. I'll let y'all see Brody. Hello. He's currently knocked out for a couple of hours off the anesthesia. But he's good. He's good, y'all. Just keep praying for him. Don't stop praying for him. My baby's going to be all right.